welcome to Crystal's Kitchen. Today on the show I have my lovely mother-in-law, Charlene.
Hi.
So she's decided to come on and share with us a secret recipe. What is it?
It is date squares. Yeah, it's one of our family's favorite desserts.
So I eat them all the time when I go over there for special occasions, and they're just so yummy. And so I've asked her to come and share with us how to make it, because I've actually never made them, but they're really good. So in the description below, you can see a list of all the ingredients, so you can get that ready. Also, we're going to prepare our dates. We'll show you how to do that now, but just letting you know that it needs a long time to cool after, so be prepared for a cooling time in between, so that that happens. So be prepared. It's a little bit of a time frame on this.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get started. What do we do first?
Okay, we have pitted dates. I buy the ones that are in a block, and then I slice them up. You can also buy individual dates in containers as well, and you can slice those up. But I just find this is faster and easier to cut it off in small amounts, and that gets you your dates quickly. So I'm going to open this and start cutting.
Great. So we are we're doubling this batch.
Yes.
So in the description below, you'll have the ingredients listed on making one batch. But because we want to eat lots for both our families, we're going to double it up. So this is for the larger amount.
Sorry, this is very noisy.
That's okay.
There.
And we're going to get that open. So tell us a little bit about dates.
Dates? I always thought dates came from Egypt, and that's one of the main places. If you look at them in the store, it'll say they have come from Egypt. And so I think Egyptian families use dates a lot in their cooking, but they are very sweet, and they're nice just to eat raw. People, Dale loves them just in his hand. In fact, he took some today when I was eating. Dates. Okay, so we open this up, and then we're going to slice it in small amounts. This is how I do it. I just cut it like this. Like this. This is much faster than using individual dates. And then I turn it, and I do this side. And I just keep going till I need 3 cups for one recipe, but we're going to double it today, so I'll need 6 cups.
Awesome. So we're going to get this chopped up, and we'll come back to see you. Okay, great. So it's all cut up. As you can see, it's all ready. So what's the next step? What are we doing?
Okay, this is 6 cups of cut up dates. We need 3 cups if you're doing one recipe, but we're doubling it, so it's 6 cups, and we need to put it into a pot.
And we have our stove on at high. Okay, there we go. That's great.
That's that. And to that, we're going to add water, about 1.5 cups for one recipe, but we're doubling it, so it'll be 3 cups of water, and we're going to pour it over to the dates in the pot.
Great.
And then we're going to stir it.
And what are we waiting to look for?
Now we are waiting for it to boil, and it'll start to bubble. And once it starts to boil, then we turn it down very low. And just let it simmer for maybe half an hour, 20 minutes to half an hour, until it's nice and soft and ready to, easy to spread.
Okay, so we will come back and show you it all boiled and simmered and all done. So follow those instructions, those guidelines, and we'll come back and see you. So the dates are finished. We took about 25 minutes and it's done. So let me show you guys our product here. Let's see. Okay, there it is.
Nice and soft. Yeah.
Okay, that looks great. So what's your suggestion about what we do with it now?
The dates should be cooled to make put them into your date squares. So I would allow at least an hour on your counter to cool.
Can it go in the fridge?
You can go in the fridge.
Okay.
You could even do this a day ahead. You could make your dates up and put them in a container in your fridge, and then you're ready to do it when you want to make your date squares. You already got the dates prepared.
Okay.
I do that sometimes. Yes.
That's great.
So that's good.
So let's move on to our next step, put this in the fridge on the counter, and then we'll head over to the final product after that time frame has come up.
Okay.
Great, so our dates have cooled off for about an hour in the fridge, and we're ready to do the next step. So we have a pan, and this is obviously for the double batch. So do you want to bring the pan over?
Yeah, we need a 9 by 13 pan.
Okay, and so we're going to spray it with some cooking spray.
Right.
I'm just getting that ready. Also, while she does that, please turn your oven on to 375 degrees Fahrenheit to prep as we get everything ready to then go in the oven. Okay, so you can get that started. Let's move it off to the side.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is what it looks like. You see? I know it's just all brown stuff in there, but it's good.
That's cooked dates.
Okay, so what do we need now? What are we doing?
Now we're going to make the crumble.
Okay.
And for the first thing we'll put in is the flour. We need 1.5 cups for one recipe, but we're going to double it, so we'll need 3 cups of flour.
Okay.
And we put all together in a bowl and we'll stir it.
Okay, so that's 1,
3 cups, because we're doubling it.
2, and 3. Okay, what's next?
Next is 1 cup of brown sugar for one recipe, but doubling it, we'll need 2 cups of brown sugar.
That's a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
But brown sugar is very good for you.
Of course it's good for you.
As opposed to the white sugar. So, let's get that going.
Yeah. 2
Tip
cups.
for you for brown sugar so that it softens. Put a slice of bread in
it works.
your container and it will always stay soft like this. See?
Yeah.
What am I doing? How many?
2. 1 more.
2. Okay. Let's get that in there. Oh, it's being a little bit difficult with me here. Okay. Almost got it. Okay, there we go. We're good.
Okay. Next we need some oatmeal.
Oatmeal. So quick oats.
Now,
That's good.
yeah, quick oats, yeah.
And
We need
how much?
1.5 cups for one recipe, but doubling it, we'll need 3 cups
3 cups. Here we
of
go.
oatmeal.
Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. Oats are good too.
That's good. Oh yeah.
Next.
And we need some baking soda.
Mm-hmm.
Half a teaspoon for one, but we'll double it for 1 full teaspoon of baking soda.
Okay, 1 teaspoon of baking soda.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we'll need 1 teaspoon of baking powder for one recipe, but doubling it, we'll need 2 teaspoons of baking powder.
I forgot it. Let's go get that.
Okay.
Okay. Got the
2
baking powder.
2 teaspoons of baking powder.
Okay. Here we go. 1 and 2.
And we
Good.
also need some salt. And
Salt.
1/4 of a teaspoon for one recipe, so we'll need a 1/2 teaspoon because we're doubling it.
Okay.
Half a teaspoon of salt.
All right. So let's open this up. And pour it in there.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Put some back. Okay, it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, it's in.
All right. Now that's all your dry ingredients,
Okay.
and we'll stir it all together and everything mixed together really
Okay.
good.
So get mixing.
Mixing.
Great. Okay, so we've mixed our dry ingredients. What's next?
Now we need to add some butter and some shortening. So for one recipe, it's 1/4 cup of butter, but we have doubled it, so it's 1/2 cup of butter, which I have measured here.
And so something we do with the butter is you want to make sure it's soft, but it's cold. So I have my butter out on the counter, but I just put it in the fridge for about 15 minutes just to get it a little bit cool because it makes a difference with the texture
Yes.
of the recipe. So make sure you have it a little bit cooled down. I guess we should have said that before, but I'll have that in the description at the bottom there just for you guys to know to have it a little bit cooled down.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're going to use shortening. And how much shortening do we need?
Now for shortening, we need 3/4 of a cup for one recipe. So we're going to double it to 1.5 cups. And we're going to take it out of here, and we're going to measure it by cutting it.
Okay.
So I need that to measure.
Oh.
Open it up first.
Okay. You can use your measuring cup if you like, but we're just going to use on the box. It already has a measurement.
Yeah.
So we're just going to put this up to here. And
So
go right
that's,
ahead.
that's one. And another half would be about there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll put right there.
Okay, perfect.
Cutting it in half.
Okay,
And this is going in now.
perfect. This way.
Now, you have to mix it together. You want it to be crumbly.
And how do we do that?
And how do we do that? We use our hands.
Okay, go for it. I don't want to do it, so you go right ahead and enjoy.
Yeah.
So as we're getting it all mixed in there, so Charlene does amazing baking and cooking, and so she's known for so many different things, and day squares are one of them that she's known for, and hopefully she'll come back again and show us some of her other secrets so that you can make them at home too and enjoy.
Yeah. My mom made these for many years. As I was growing up, we always had date squares.
Yeah, and they're so yummy, and when you warm them up, they're really good.
They are really
with
good,
a cup
yes.
of tea, or if you're a coffee person, having some coffee with it is also nice.
Yeah.
And they're just different. If you don't have date squares often, or it's not your thing, it's something nice that's different and to have and enjoy.
Yeah, they're really nice when they're homemade.
Okay, so it's all crumbled now. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
So if you can see in there, it's all crumbly and all ready. So yours should be like that as well.
Yes.
Now what do we do?
We're going to put about half of it in the pan and flatten it down.
Okay.
See if I can do this. Oh boy. Yeah, it's heavy.
Okay, here we go. That's good.
About that much, yeah.
Okay, so we took half of what was in the bowl and just,
Now I'm going to flatten it with my hands.
yeah. So making layers.
Yeah.
Looks good. Okay,
That's all there is to it.
that's it. Now, going to do,
We're going to put the dates on
Dates.
top of the first layer.
okay, so do you want to,
I think I'll scoop some out
and I'll spread it.
and you can spread, yeah.
Sure. So scooping it out, and then we're just going to spread all along.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. This is so good.
Most of it. Try that and see how that goes.
Okay.
And then we'll add more if you need more.
Depending on the layer that you want, you can have a thin layer or a thick layer. So it's really your preference of what you'd like.
Yeah.
You can keep adding more. And
You can need a bit more right there.
okay.
Okay, I'll get it. Yeah.
Okay, so just mixing it in there. Nice layer.
I think you might need a bit more.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. This is good.
So, if you have cooked more dates than you really think you need, you can just keep them for another time. They freeze really well. Put them in a container and freeze them like this. And then you can add it to the next time you make date squares.
That's a great tip.
And yeah, I never throw it away. Just freeze it and use it next time.
I think that's good.
That's very good.
Okay, so
Now-
now I'm going to do another layer.
Put the rest on top.
Okay, I'm going to pour that for you.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah.
Here we go.
Just spread it around evenly.
So it's nice and crumbly.
Yeah. And then just kind of flatten it in with your hand. So it stays together when you bake them.
Okay, so our layers are done. It looks awesome. This is how yours should look. Looks great. And how long does it go in the oven for?
It goes in 25 minutes, maybe 30 at
Okay.
the most, but it should be nice and brown on the top. And then you know it's done.
Okay, so let's get that in the oven.
Alrighty.
I'll open it for you. And we'll just slide it in there. Okay. There we go. It's in. So we will come back and we will show you the final product and we will also taste it. Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so we are done. The date squares are finished. They're golden brown, as you can see here.
They're done.
They look awesome. So it's got like nice crispiness around it. You can also see on the edging, if you can see that there, it's a little bit brown, so you'll know that it was done.
Yeah.
And so we have our tea set up here, and we're going to cut in So let's cut in and get a slice out. And you can cut it to whatever size you want to, and if you want a big slice because you want a lot or you want a little slice, it's completely up to you. And you can you can let it sit for a while to cool down before you cut into it. It's up to you.
Yeah, it's a little easier to cut if it's cooler.
And for storing, what's your suggestions for storing when you do we keep it out on the counter? Do we put it in the fridge?
I leave it on the counter.
Okay, so just make sure you cover it though.
Yeah, I would cover it, sure.
Cover it, and it's good for about a week.
Yeah, at least, yeah. You could also freeze it if you want. If you don't need it at that time and you want to keep some for later, you can stick it in the freezer.
Yay. Okay, let's take a look at that.
There.
I'm going to come around and show you guys. There it is. Ooh, nice. Okay, let's take a bite of this thing. Ready?
Sure.
Let's do this. Let's get some of that on there. That's so good.
Nice when it's warm.
So, thank you so much for being on my show.
My dear. You're welcome.
It was so much fun. Thank you for sharing this recipe with us. I hope to have you back and sharing another recipe.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching Crystal's Kitchen. I hope to see you again. Please feel free to comment below. Let us know how it tasted and any suggestions of other recipes you want me to make or anything like that. Please feel free to share this, subscribe, and or like. I also have the Facebook page. You can like that as well and keep following along with Crystal's Kitchen. So I hope to see you soon. All right, bye.
Bye.